How many hours do you play it?
I don't know, 6 or 7.
A day?
Well, you heard right, and that's a lot of time playing a game. It might be wise to limit playing time. And while we're on the subject, you may wonder how much time you have before these electronic games are sold out. Well, we visited several stores, and they say they're fully stocked for Christmas. They may even...
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Bitlog. This is one of your hosts, Ryan, and with me as always...
Hey guys, Melvin here.
Hey man, what's been up?
Just trying to stay away from Elden Ring while repeatedly playing it over and over again.
No, I mean, me too. Not that I was playing it, 20 minutes ago or anything. Nothing like
No, never.
I'm getting further. I'm getting closer to where I could end the game, I think, now. But I'm still just gonna take my time. I think I'm enjoying it a whole hell of a lot.
Yeah, I'm in a similar situation. I could end it, but why would I? There's still so much more to explore.
Yeah, really. I just got like an awesome new sword, so I'm enjoying life again. Not that I ever was not in the game, but Anyway, we have quite a few things to talk about here. We're of course going to hit on a couple of new games that we've been playing, but first, of course, today we all saw the news. Breath of the Wild 2 is delayed.
Yep. Whole nother year.
Yep. And I'm kind of okay with it because I would love for them to take as much time as they need to get all the stuff that they want in there to actually be in there and be excellent.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with you in every way, but that doesn't mean it doesn't sadden and harden my heart a little bit more.
Oh, for sure.
No, another year's gonna go by before we get another Breath of Wild.
Mm-hmm.
But here's really hoping for the best because there's been so many good open world games lately that while Breath of the Wild is still, in my opinion, one of the best, if not the best Zelda games, open world game wise, it's kind of paling in comparison to a lot of stuff lately.
Yeah, for sure. We were kind of talking about it a little bit earlier, but I think my biggest point would be, of course, looking back at Breath of the Wild 1, that it feels a little empty, like the world in general. Like, yeah, you can climb anything and you can go pretty much anywhere that you see. There's not a whole lot going on aside from, a few secrets here and there, horse stables and the shrines, right?
Right. I mean, there was, I'll give them some credit. There was some like little hidden, tucked away little Easter egg type of deals, and you could find some stuff. But yeah, for the most part, it was pretty empty.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, tons of locations, and the map is pretty expansive, but just not as much to do as you would expect. Now, I had a blast with it, and I could not put it down for probably 100 or so hours.
Oh, absolutely.
And I've gone back and went through it again, I think twice now.
Oh, wow.
And it's an awesome game. I love it so much. Really excited for the second. Hope they add some more liveliness in there. I guess we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at it a little bit more just because, just did a quick Google search right here, and apparently I missed a leak for quite a few features. I think maybe a month ago is when some of the leaks were starting to come out, but like there's some new like screenshots and new mechanics been revealed.
Really?
Yeah, I'm looking at some stuff about apparently being able to essentially turn on no clip.
What? What do you mean? Oh, you're talking about when he goes like through the rock thing?
Yeah, he's like halfway in the floor, and apparently there's some sort of like rewind ability. It's
yes.
And then there's whatever's going on with his arm and the Master Sword.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they did. That was in the second trailer that they brought out. I can't remember when that was, but
I'm all sorts of behind.
Yeah, sounds like it. What I recommend, I'm gonna link it to you and send it. I'll put it in the video description of this video as well. There's one of my favorite YouTubers, Zeltic. Shout out to Zeltic. He did a pretty in-depth analysis on the trailer, as he does all things Zelda. He really goes in and analyzes that trailer and kind of speculates a little bit. It makes a lot of sense what he says. Yeah, I'll send you a link. I would definitely recommend watching it. Super informative, and his channel is super entertaining too for anything Zelda related.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of his videos. They are quite good. I don't know why. I'm just lacking real bad right here on the Zelda news.
Dang, can't believe
Yeah, you're right. The shame on me, truly.
you. That's all right. That's all right. We'll get back to it. We'll get you back into it. Is what I mean.
It might have had something to do with the baby. Maybe.
No. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, that can't be it.
No, could not be at all. Something I did notice with some of the other stuff they released today in like the little video. So Link has that thing on his arm or whatever, and it glows yellow or golden or whatever, where you would expect the Triforce to glow on his hand, right? Same spot.
Okay.
It's not the Triforce though. It's some weird rune or other thing that I don't even know what it is, but just a little interesting thing. And the Master Sword makes a return, albeit very broken. It's like really chewed up and broken.
I don't know if I want to say corrupted looking.
A little bit.
I don't know how else to describe what it looks like.
Yeah, it's seen better days, that's for sure.
Oh, that's for sure. Yeah, without a doubt.
I'm excited. It's, even though it was a delay, it kind of sparked my interest in anything else that could have leaked or more speculation videos about it. So I'm probably going to dive into it the next few days for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Just I don't want to like overhype myself is the problem, because it's delayed yet again.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That is the problem. I would hate to see myself. Well, I am already anticipating hating myself when any more information on Metroid Prime 4 comes out.
Oh, why would you even mention it?
I don't know.
I don't even want to think about it.
You're gonna have to think about it now. I've put it in your head, and you're done for
it. To be honest with you, I don't expect any news from Metroid Prime 4 for another 2 years. To be honest with you, they did a full reset, and with Metroid being one of their big ones, especially in America at the very least. I know Metroid for some reason, Metroid Prime, has been more of an American IP for some reason. I guess just the first-person shooter aspect of it. A full reset on a game like that, on a Metroidvania, which by its very nature is going to be large.
This is true.
I just don't expect any solid news anytime soon. I desperately hope I'm wrong.
Well, I hope you are too.
Yeah.
I think you might be right, especially given the reason that they weren't happy with how it all was going. So yeah, they just nuked it. But I am happy that they went back to Retro Studios to do it. I don't know why they would get anyone else, to be honest.
I was about to, why would they?
I don't know.
Like,
so bizarre.
The first 3 were amazing. Why wouldn't you just do that again? Well, not do that again, but they know what they're doing, clearly.
Yeah, they knew exactly how to take Metroid and turn it into 3D and make it creepy and give it a good story. So
yeah, if nothing else, I'm surprised they didn't at least bring them in as consultants, something.
Yeah,
to begin with.
Yeah, literally anything. Because they were also using them for their Donkey Kong stuff, which I feel like we're overdue for some Donkey Kong game as well. I don't know why I feel that way. Yeah, exactly. I think that's the only reason that I'm thinking that right now. It's been a bit.
I think the last major release for Donkey Kong was like the Island Freeze, Tropical Freeze, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was a little bit ago now. Yeah, I'd say that was 2014.
See, I was one of like the 10 people that had a Wii U. I played it on there. And I know it's re-released on the Switch or
You
whatever.
mean the Switch beta?
Exactly. It's so sad because the Switch being out makes you realize how many great games were on the Wii U, but just no one had one to experience them. So I'm like, oh, well, we definitely have to re-release these. Come on now.
Yeah, which, glad they did, but still a shame.
100%. Yeah. I'm also just kind of looking through. I clicked on the careers tab on Retro's site. Look at the job openings. Nothing that really sticks out as this is something new or anything like that. Yeah, I'm highly anticipating Metroid Prime 4. Whatever that happens, who knows?
Who knows?
The world at some point will know it. I hope.
So desperately do hope, because the Metroid Prime trilogy's got to be in my top 10 of favorite games, like series.
I feel like the first one just kind of set the bar really high for it, right? And the other two were excellent, but they were like B pluses if Metroid Prime 1 was an A, It's still amazing and definitely in my top games of all time. But that first one is so good.
I'd agree with that. I'd fully agree with that. Yeah, it's the second and third one were good. I enjoyed them thoroughly, but that first one, the memories, if nothing else, like just can't beat the feel of that game.
So what else here? So also today there was news about PlayStation Plus kind of, I don't know if they're just calling this a new product or just like a reimagining of it, but yeah, 3 new tiers for PlayStation Plus. You've kind of had a chance to look at this. What do you think about this?
I did look at it. It doesn't. I like the idea. I mean, because they're merging Plus and Now, and it just makes sense. Because they're still keeping kind of a baseline $60 a year. Get the exact same thing as just PlayStation Plus. You don't get access to the Now situation, so it's still optional, which I appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
From what I'm seeing, it's it's an extra $5 to get the Now added on to your Plus. Extra $8 if you want some access to PlayStation 2, 3 games, and surprisingly, I didn't know this was a thing, but it's intriguing. Streaming to your PC.
Yeah,
that's a big one.
That is very intriguing, and I hope that works out great. For anyone that doesn't know what PlayStation Now is, I feel like most people probably don't. I feel like that's kind of why they're doing this.
I'd have to agree with you, yeah.
That and to maybe try to keep up with Xbox Game Pass. But PlayStation Now is a game streaming service. It's not like Game Pass, as most people might know it, where you pay the whatever the amount is per month, and then you can download whatever games you want. You pay the amount per month, and then you probably have to download something, I'm sure, and then you stream most of the game. So it'll run off a server, display right to you, which I guess would make it easy to play on a PC if you're just streaming it. That would make total sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they have 3 new levels to PlayStation Plus. They have the Essential, which, yeah, is what you said. It's basically PlayStation Plus how it is now. It's going to stay the same exact price, which is basically $60 a year in the US, $10 a month. There's the second one is PlayStation Plus Extra, which gives you everything from the standard tier, and then you also get it says adds a catalog of up to 400 of the most enjoyable PS4 and PS5 games, including blockbuster hits from PlayStation Studios catalog and third-party partners, blah, blah, blah. Games in the extra tier are downloadable for play. Okay, that's interesting.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah, that is good. It's an additional $5 a month or $100 a year. Not too bad. PlayStation Plus Premium gives you everything that came before it, and for an additional $3 a month at $18 a month or $120 for the year. Also gives you cloud streaming for PS3, streaming and download options for PS1, 2, and PSP. Interesting.
Oh, wow. Looks like they're pretty much their most popular catalog for the entirety of the console. It looks like.
Wow. Okay. That's that's highly
That's
interesting.
more and more intriguing.
Yeah. Where's the Vita?
Uh, they're probably just munching it together with PSP.
I hope so. I mean, well, what is even on the Vita? I know there's a lot of it being like a video game collector, I know there's a lot of rare, expensive games to find on the Vita, but they're mostly very Japanese, very anime. So I don't know if they're expecting that to be popular. I don't really know. But where's the Vita? It's weird it doesn't mention that.
Well, I mean, redheaded stepchild type of deal.
That's very true. Having the PSP, though, is nice because that means everyone, including you, can experience Final Fantasy Tactics the way it was meant to be played in the PSP version. It's such a superior version to the original PlayStation 1 title. Like, they fixed a bunch of translations and stuff, and it just loads a lot faster. I don't know. I love that game. It's so good. Anyway.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So yeah, that's something that I'd be willing to try out. I feel like I just got my PlayStation Plus year thing. That's probably not up until after this comes out, I imagine.
Probably. Well, I mean, you would hope that you could just upgrade for the difference in price.
Oh, yeah, true. I wonder if there is an upgrade path. Did they mention anything with that? PlayStation Plus upgrade. What upgrade path? There we go. That's what I want to see. Okay, cannot find any information. I'm sure. Yeah, there will be something.
I mean, I'm seeing here that let's see, when the new PlayStation Plus services launches, PlayStation Now will transition into the new PlayStation Plus offering and will no longer be available as a standalone service. PlayStation Now customers will migrate over to PlayStation Plus Premium with no increase to their current subscription fees at launch.
Really?
So that's good. Yeah, so if you already have PlayStation Now, like you've already upped for the year, when it launches, for the rest of your subscription, you will have Premium, which is the highest tier.
So how much is PlayStation Now? 1 month, $9.99.
Now might be the time to game the system.
Yes, exactly. There's only a monthly offering, it looks like. $9.99, which is, I mean, that's not, well, yeah, you're right. That's the same exact cost as the high tier.
Yeah.
But I already have regular PlayStation Plus, so I don't want to spend additional. So, yeah, we'll wait and see.
Yeah. Gotta see what's on the catalog and how well the streaming service actually works.
Yeah, very true. I do want to try the stuff on PC. Oh, it's already a thing, apparently. Did not even know that.
Did I?
No PS4, no problem. All you need is a PlayStation Network account and compatible controller to start playing. Stream to your Windows PC on demand. Save progress to the cloud. And there's a big picture of Bloodborne. Okay, very good.
Oh, Bloodborne on PC. Hold on, wait a minute.
Sort of.
Well, yeah, it wouldn't be quite the same.
Yeah, yep. Compatible controller via USB port. That would be funny if they list an Xbox controller as compatible. Nope, they don't. Okay.
Why would you?
I'm sure you could trick it into thinking that it is one.
Yeah, but I mean, personally, I prefer the PlayStation controllers, to be honest with you. But
me too.
Yeah.
So good.
But everything's locked to the Xbox controller. You can plug in the PlayStation controller, it'll work, but it feels off when the game prompts you to hit X and you hit square.
Yeah, that is frustrating. There are some games on Steam that will give me the correct input, like button pictures or whatever, but not all of them.
They're few and far between.
Yeah, that is frustrating for sure. So yeah, besides Breath of the Wild news, PlayStation news, I mean, there hasn't been much recently, right? So the other big thing,
not a whole lot.
Other big thing that I wrote down was Fortnite. Why did I write down Fortnite?
Because Fortnite's doing a thing, who knows for how long, where they've removed building from everything but, I believe, Pro or whatever their version of ranked, and I believe one other thing, but all casual play no longer has building. You can still destroy, but you can no longer build up a tower out of nowhere.
Hmm.
So it's become a more, I don't want to say generic because the game is silly, but a more regular third person battle royale. And I've given it a try. And I enjoy it more. These old decrepit fingers cannot build. I can shoot, but I cannot build.
See, that's how I felt when building became a must. I was like, no, I can't do this. I don't want to do this. I'm out.
Yeah, anything past a slanted wall for cover, sorry, can't do it.
Mm-hmm. Now, the important question, did you play as Naruto or Spider-Man?
I'm leaving this call.
See, I posed this question in my Discord when I found out that they took building out. So what makes it different from other battle royales now? Like, yeah, it's third person, which differentiates from quite a few, but like I heard they put sliding and mantling in, so that's just Apex, right?
Pretty much. I mean, the only thing that really differentiates it now is just the
Naruto.
items themselves. Yeah. Because I gotta say, it's real off-putting because any one of those, like Spider-Man, I've seen Rick and Morty. I'm
Rick
not sure
and
about
Morty.
Morty. I've seen Rick.
Wow.
Yeah, Naruto, Sasuke, all them anime characters. It's off-putting because the characters themselves have been put in a shell-shaded, like a different art style than the game itself.
Oh, yeah,
They
that's weird.
they don't look like they belong because they don't.
Right.
But it's when you see one of them run across your screen, it's almost like an advantage for them because you lock up for a split second. Like, what did I just see?
I do want to try it just because it's so weird to hear. Yeah, Fortnite took out building, blah blah blah. I want to see it because I did have. I hate to admit this, I had a little bit of fun when it first came out, and you know, my friends and I as a group kind of went into it and played it, and it was fun.
There's nothing wrong with admitting to enjoying a game before the little tweens got to
it. Remember Among Us?
I do remember Among Us. That died a horrible death.
It did, but it kind of didn't for, I don't know. Anyway, not important.
It hung on.
Yeah, it did. It did. So yeah, you've been playing a game besides Elden Ring, right?
I have, which is funny because it's still kind of a Souls game. Tunic, little indie title that I hadn't heard of till it just popped up onto the Game Pass. Art style is incredibly cute, very, very pretty, very Zelda, like old school Zelda, like NES, Super NES Zelda.
I definitely see the inspiration there for sure.
Yeah, it's very pretty. So downloaded it just for kicks and giggles because I looked it up and seen a lot of people talking about it. A lot of Zelda, Metroidvania meets Souls type of deal, which just sounds very interesting. And that could not be more exactly what it is. This cute little fox that wakes up on the beach, and you start exploring this world. Your first weapon is a stick.
All hail the stick.
And it's all hail the stick. And I mean, it's a Metroidvania in every possible way, but in a Zelda-ish type of world and feel, and there's a lot of CRT time of gaming into it. Like you can find because the whole world is all set in this weird language that it's just random lines. Basically, you can't understand it whatsoever. But you find these pages that when you look at the pages, the game zooms away from you, and it's a CRT monitor in the background that has the game in the back, and you're looking at what Yeah, and you're looking at the page, and it looks like a page ripped out directly from the old NES Zelda manual. Like it has that exact same type of art.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's very cool looking, and those are your only clues other than using the items you find. Those are your only clues as to what does what in the world, and that's how you find your maps. And they give you a hint that you're going to want to be of this power. Like there's a little bit of RPG into it as well, because you can actually upgrade your health and your items and how much damage you do. They've taken a lot of little elements from a lot of different games and shoved it into this cute, older school feeling game. I gotta say, I think they bottled lightning and they've meshed it all together in a way that's just enjoyable, very very enjoyable. And
That's
I find myself keep coming back.
so. This is something you're probably going to complete.
I plan to, yeah, absolutely. Just
Nice.
whenever I feel like playing something that's more chill. It's not an easy game. I'm gonna let you know now. It's definitely taken some roots from Dark Souls, hard that whole BS.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it's challenging for sure, but it's just so very chill and pretty. It's a nice game to just wind down with a controller and just explore this cute little world.
I haven't played it myself, but listening to you talk about it, I watched briefly like some people play it. It looks fun. It looks up my alley. It looks cool, and definitely an homage to all old school games with a little bit of that Souls-like feel. It also reminded me of a different one that I did play, which didn't come out that long ago, I feel like, was Death's Door. Not incredibly
So
similar, but in gameplay-wise, maybe a little bit.
you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. It's that there's definitely a similarity to it, and I played Death's Door and I enjoyed it very much,
Mhm.
but I never found myself coming back to it.
Right, yeah. I never finished it or anything.
I can only think that it's the aesthetic, especially you and me. We're not old fogies yet, but we're of the older gaming community,
Mm-hmm, for sure.
and it definitely tickles that nostalgic being a kid playing old Zelda games.
Yeah, exactly. I was just commenting to my girlfriend earlier tonight that, well, she was saying that take JK out of it, but rereading the Harry Potter books were like her comfort for a long time. And I told her that mine was replaying A Link to the Past at least once every year. It's just something that I do.
Absolutely.
So yeah, Tunic definitely something that I want to check out and see.
Oh, I would definitely suggest it, especially if anybody has Game Pass. Don't pass up on it.
Yeah, I need to redo my Game Pass. Such a great deal.
It almost feels like stealing games.
A little bit, it does.
Yeah.
All right, so you've been playing that. I've been playing off and on a little game about a tiny little guy. He's round and he's pink and he sucks. His name is Kirby.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Boo from Dragon Ball.
Oh, yeah. No, not this time. He does suck too, though. Yeah, Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Of course, it came out last week on Friday, and I streamed a little bit of it. I was real excited to get it because it has a quasi. I thought for a little bit that it was open world before it released. It's not. There is a.
I thought it was as well.
Yeah, no, there's not, or it's not. There is a, which game is it? Because it's like, instead of like the platformer that you would expect from a Kirby game, it is definitely a platformer still, but more like a 3D Mario, more in that vein. Especially what is it? Super Mario 3D World. It's very much like that. Is that the one with Cat Mario? I think so.
Yes. Yep. Okay, I see what you're saying. That's not a bad. That's not a bad thing.
No, it's not bad at all. It's actually really good. I have some little things with it that I don't particularly like, but it's a fantastic little game. I highly recommend it if you like Kirby at all, or if you like any of those Mario games at all, because you'll get you have like a little hub world where Kirby is set out to rescue all the Waddle Dees. They've been stolen, kidnapped, and he's got to get him back. So there's a little Waddle Dee town that you are attempting to repopulate as you save them, and they'll build like a weapon shop that you can upgrade your abilities with. They'll build like a theater that you can go back and watch all the cutscenes in. They build a restaurant that has a little mini game where it's not very in depth or anything, but hundreds of Waddle Dees will come up and you have to give them the correct type of food that they want, as quick as you can. Lots of little stuff to do. One of the cutest parts is that in each level there's several different missions that you can do besides, get to the end.
Right.
Some of them are, of course, by now you've seen that Kirby can try to suck up a car, turns into Car Kirby, whatever.
Yeah, it's one of the more disturbing visuals, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But one of the missions in one of the levels is while you are Car Kirby, to not fall off the stage at all, which is not very difficult, but it's also not super easy. And lots of little twists, and it narrows a lot, and I don't know. Just little things that if you want to 100% it, you can go back and do. And there's little Gashapon capsules that you can get that are hidden throughout the level, or that you can go back to the Waddle Dee world and just like put your coins in and get a random one out of the machine. And it seems like there's probably close to 100 of them that you can collect.
Oh, okay. So they're scratching at that collector's.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. And
okay,
just the way you can look at them in 3D, and the way that they do it is just entirely too cute. You get taken to this screen where you are zoomed up close on it. It's sitting on a table, and you can see in the background, very large and slightly out of focus, is Kirby just sitting there, smiling, staring at it, just being so enamored with his little figure. It's the best. I love it.
Just bank on that Kirby cuteness. Why not?
Yep, exactly.
Absolutely.
That's what they're doing, man. But it's a solid game. I haven't completed it yet. I don't think it's very long. I've seen most people say, 9 or 10 hours, which is about the perfect amount of time you would want to spend with it, I think.
That's respectable. That's fine.
Yeah, for sure. I haven't had a bad time with it at all. A lot of the copy abilities are, there's some returning ones, and what's nice is when you upgrade them, they become something else. So you have the fire ability, where basically you would hold down the button and Kirby spits fire out in a line or whatever. Once you upgrade it, it turns into a volcano power, where he spits out just big molten rock. It's just several of them at a time. So it's nice. It adds, different powers that you can bounce back and forth between even too.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Yeah, recommend. Good game.
All right. At least there's something to distract us from the usual.
Yeah, exactly. That's been my... So I'll play Elden Ring until I decide that it's time to go to bed. And then when I get into bed...
And then not go to bed.
Yeah, exactly. I'm watching YouTube with Cody, and she's playing Animal Crossing on her Switch, and I'm playing Kirby on my Switch.
I like it. That sounds fantastic.
Yep, it's a good dynamic.
Oh man, that makes me really think. Tunic on the Switch would be amazing.
Oh, right. Is it on the Switch?
I don't know. If it is, you need, absolutely, that's the way to go about it.
Let me see. Googling. Oh,
Doesn't
it
seem
is not.
So, no,
Says...
looks like it's Xbox and PC.
Ah, man. Yep, it's I'm seeing timed exclusive, so maybe eventually.
Maybe.
No, nothing definitive about that though. Yeah, that does seem like the perfect
go to sleep game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it would be. It absolutely would be.
And yeah,
it does seem like it's going to be a bit of a sprawling type of deal though. Like, I've fought 2 bosses and I don't feel like I've scratched the surface.
Okay. Well, that's good.
It's surprisingly enjoyable.
I'm looking at I don't know if this is potential spoiler for me, but it's I guess a page of the manual that you unlock in the game that is just a map. It looks like
Okay, yeah.
part of the map. Very Zelda. I like this.
Yeah. No, it's I love the fact that it pulls so much from the old school Zelda. I'm worried Nintendo's gonna come with a cease and desist.
I mean, how could they do that? Is it?
It's pretty similar
Oh man.
in terms of just the feel and the look and the art style. And I mean, you've looked at the page you just talking about, the manual.
Hmm.
It really does look like somebody just took a page out of the NES manual.
Yeah, that is true. That's hard to argue with. We got anything else we want to talk about?
Well, we've been playing a lot of Risk of Rain.
Oh my God, Risk of Rain. We have been
Risk of
doing
Rain
that.
2. I think they came out with 2 new characters about a month ago.
Yeah, and I didn't even know.
I had to tell you, yeah.
Well, we've played some co-op with it a couple times, which I really am enjoying the new stuff they've put in. What do they call it? The wave thing that we've been doing?
Simulacrum.
The Simulacrum. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. That seems like an obvious thing to add, and I'm enjoying it a lot.
Yeah, no, absolutely I am.
The
new characters are a lot of fun as well.
Yeah, you've had way more experience with them. I don't think I've played any of them yet. Just enjoying the new mode too much, I think.
Or the new mode, levels, and items, yeah.
I do need to unlock that second character, because when you get the DLC, you get one of the two characters are ready to go, and then you have to unlock the second one, which doesn't seem too difficult in practice. Or, well, it doesn't seem too difficult in theory, but in practice, a little more difficult.
In practice, it's yes. Yeah, so there's 2 different ways to unlock him, which is the character's name is the Void Fiend. So in the normal kind of campaign type of deal, the normal run, I've looked it up how to do it. It is a ordeal. It is a huge ordeal where you're gonna end up in some godforsaken jumping from platform to platform while constantly taking damage type of deal.
Oh God.
Right. Or you can play the Simulacrum and reach level, I think it's around 50,
Oh man.
which is much more consistent and able in the ability to do it, but it gets ridiculously hectic to the point where if you don't have some sort of broken build, you're not going to get anywhere near there, and even if you do, you're barely going to understand what's happening on your screen.
Yeah. It's it got so chaotic at some points while we were playing that I don't know. I didn't even know what to do at some points.
You just hold down the trigger and hope for the best.
Pretty much. It's all you can do sometimes. The new items, and I'm glad that they put it in not just the Simulacrum, but into the standard mode as well, the ability to corrupt your items, which is a very Binding of Isaac thing to do, and I really appreciate and like it a lot, because it's almost like adding double the amount of items like right off the get. You don't have to change it too much on what they do, but how they function adds a whole new layer and depth to gameplay.
Enormously. I mean, like, you can corrupt one item and it could change your whole build.
Yeah, we need to play some more. I want to go in solo as well at some point and see what kind of madness I can figure out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, super cool. Well worth the $15 if you don't already have the DLC for Risk of Rain 2. And hell, if you don't have Risk of Rain 2 already, what's wrong with you? Number one. And number two, go get it. It's an excellent game.
Yeah, if you have even the slightest, I kind of like roguelikes, this is one to get.
Definitely. Put many hours into it. Probably my favorite. Well, no, Binding of Isaac is my favorite, but it is just slightly behind it for sure. All right. Well, I guess that's it for this week. Glad that you could join me again, man. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll play some more games and we'll talk about them.
Yes. More games, always more games.
Always. If you guys enjoy what you hear, make sure you give us a follow. You can find us right here every week, every couple weeks, every set amount of time that we decide is appropriate for this. And of course, I make all my other videos on this same channel, and you can follow me on Twitter, Twitch, and all that good stuff. Melvin, you got anything to promote here?
Nope, just your stuff.
All me. It's the me show.
Yes.
No, that's not true. But anyway, we'll see you all later. Thanks for stopping by.
All right, thank you. Later.
Later.